Hello, chat. We're on Blueberry. We already have somebody right behind us who has the Summer Wings, which I am working through slowly on my Blightcaster, who's running a Reaper. Get my XP pot going. We are in Salt Marsh, so we have yet to do our Winter Novice. Yes, we did. Alright. Got a lot more work to do on that one. Hold on, chat. I got something for you. Let me see. Let me see. Oh. Forgot to toss those away. Hold on. Stormknot says, I put me back. I was sleeping. So she gets back. So now, of course, she sits in front of the screen to where I can't see anything. Good job, kitten cattin'. Okay. So we have level 6, level 6. Do I have another one? No, I did not. But that's okay. We've got freshly done guild buffs. Let's get some stuff in here. Recharge. Hi. Let's make sure our bags are empty. Alright, where are we on our stuff here? 6 of 10. So we have done the hijacked hall, which is where the thing of the novice has its golden moat in. I just keep wanting to call them emotes, but you know. We still have the 2 longest quests to do. Danger at Dunwater, which my Reaper Summer non-hardcore character died a couple times. I do not expect to die in that quest on this character because this character is not running things on Reaper. At least not yet. She is running things on hard at 3 levels over. So it's like, well, why don't you do elite? Because this is hardcore. I'm playing it safe. It's going to take longer to get where we need to go. Sleeps below, down you go. What sleeps below? What question is that? Oh, that's the one in the cove. The Crabber's Cove one. Yeah. Down you go is the one with the really cool jumping puzzle. Alright. We got 4 quests to do. And once we're done, we'll go take a look and see where we stand. Before we do that, though, we're going to roll our Naily Nice. Nothing much there. Just got a little bit of money and a little thingy. Alrighty, let's check chat. By the way, it is December. If you're a VIP, you should have a little icon over here telling you you got a new reward. One of my guildies just logged in. I think they're doing summer loots. I'm gonna wish them a good luck on their looting. Storm Lost, would you actually go back to sleep instead of having a wash where I can't see anything? I can't see to type. Alright. Wait, do I have any quests to turn in over here? Alright, have to do those 2 quests. Alright. And let's go. She is getting big, and she purrs very, very loudly when she purrs. Which is frequently when I pet her. Like right now. When she's not trying to bite me or lick my skin off. You wanna go back in eeping? She's decided it's time to wash, which means she's in the way. Thankfully, this is a character who does not need to use my my action bars, but she is slightly in the way of the map. Okay, so yeah, we still need to do Crabber's Cove, so we're gonna go there first. By the way, did you know you could just like jump over here? Oh yeah, you can just jump right over here. So I did some questing after the stream. Last time I streamed this particular character. Completed a few quests, so we only have 4 left. Again, we're running everything on hard. We're cheesing things. Took me 2 tries to get this done on Reaper.
This building looked abandoned from the outside, but once inside, you can see signs of recent habitation. In fact, you can hear muffled voices from the next room.
But thankfully, we have no Reapers, and I don't have to worry about making it to the next shrine. I just need to shoot things. And thankfully, I can start shooting them from so far away.
A muffled shout can be heard from one of the rooms above.
And also, there are fewer mobs to deal with, and they're all CR5, so that's sweet. So things will be a lot easier, but we also don't want to get ahead of ourselves, because this is hardcore. It is definitely easier. Come here. Yoink. I'm here for all the notes. So the nice thing about running things on hard is you don't have to face as many enemies, and they're not as tough as others. Like when I was running on Reaper, these CR5 mobs were CR8. And there were reapers occasionally.
The prisoner
And there were
tells you
more
his
mobs than I'm dealing with.
interrogated him about a
And there will be
strange
fewer
script he
traps.
couldn't read. He says that the other
That'll be very
captive
nice.
was taken down through the basement and into a cavern.
Dun, 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 dun. So even though this is hardcore, it's going to be easy mode compared to what I was doing before. And now that I have some favorite soul levels, I have Closed Wounds as an SLA. So that's super duper nice.
A door creaks open down on the main floor.
I don't have my full power to
Up from the lower level of the building.
Close Wounds, but it'll be good enough if I get myself in trouble again. I keep, like, why do I even bother with this door? There's nothing over there. I guess it's a shortcut, basically. It's like a shortcut to jumping down over here. Where is everybody? Come on, let's go.
A musty smell permeates this part of the building. Stairs lead down to the basement.
Alright. How is everybody doing tonight? Let me pop chat out so I can have it on the correct window. It's been a work day. Boss is like, why weren't you answering your phone? And I'm like, I didn't hear it ringing. And somehow my Windows had muted my soft phone. And I didn't hear the calls coming in. Good times. I couldn't even blame Stormlost on it because she's sleeping the entire time. So it wasn't her that time. She has muted my system before. But one that time, I think it was actually a problem with Teams. Oh, hello. Well, let's do the thing. I forget that sometimes there's a dog in here. Alright, let's go. I didn't mean to hit search. Blame the even more snow tonight. I'm not getting snow. I lied. I am getting snow. I don't know how much I'm getting though.
The door opens, and a gust of cool, damp air billows out.
But it is supposed to snow here tonight. Am I looking forward to it? No. However, I got ahead of the game and bought a snow shovel. I already had one. I have two, actually. One was older and had a long metal shovel on the end. But the problem is the metal wasn't secure to the pole, the shaft, as it were, the dowel. So anytime you tried to shovel and it got a little bit off kilter, it would like spin the whole thing around. It was an old cheap shovel. It came with the house. And previously I'd gotten a rough and tough, one of those rounded shovels. Only I find out that the rounded shovels kind of suck. So the one that I picked up, I bought it on Amazon on Sunday. And they said it would arrive on Wednesday, but it arrived today. I'm like, well, or was it Saturday? I forget. Whenever I bought it. And it's one of those ones that's got like the spring, the secondary handle. So you use a secondary handle to help you, get leverage, or get leverage on the thing. So yeah, that's the thing we're doing. No spooter this time? Uh-huh.
The door to the eastern hallway is open, while the locked door to the west has 3 dim crystals above it.
No spooter. I'm sad.
A halfling woman stands nearby, reading a book. The halfling tells you that members of the Brotherhood interrogated her in a nearby building. She fears that they're trying to summon a great evil.
Evil. Hirelings are doing dumb hireling things. I will do my own traps this time. Even though I've got Froggo right here. But I am more powerful than Froggo. Ooh, I get some thieves tools, but I got better thieves tools than those. Got the +5s.
A series of gears click in the distance.
Click and clank.
A loud thunk reverberates through the cavern.
Hi, Stormlost. What are you doing, little kitten cat?
The faint sound of chanting can be heard from deeper inside the building. You can hear chanting in the distance as you enter the building.
Alright, looks like that rare at the end of the hallway is present. Good, good. Sometimes it's just faster to whip out the sword. That is not a euphemism. No matter what Galbus thinks. A shocking great sword of evil outsider. Alright. Alright. Let's keep going. I like how far away I can start shooting people, so I could just like... I just wish I could shoot faster. You can still reach me before I'm done killing all of them. Though some nice AoEs would not go amiss eventually. One of the cool things about being this particular character in class is I don't generally have to worry about spell points ever. Does make life a little bit easier. Guys, they're in here.
The chanting halts. An angry form materializes inside the summoning circle. A voice from the room next door shouts, "What's going on? Don't tell me you bungled the ritual. Can't anyone in this backwater do anything right?"
Nope. Not at all.
Melody falls, but the violence of your struggle causes...
I bet I can't read this either. I love the whimsy and humor in this part of the quest.
Crypt, covered in arcane wards. creature in the casket asks you to free him, but you decide that there must have been a good reason for the thing to be bound inside its coffin. Best to let sleeping apparitions lie.
Oof, bad pun. Bad pun, bad pun. Alright, we already did our thing, so we can bounce out of here. We'll do danger at Dunwater. That'll take forever.
No one has used the warehouses of Crapper's Cove for years, officially anyway. Rumor has it that some of the local smugglers use the shacks as a rendezvous point under cover of night.
That's a death block item. That'd be nice. And that would also be a little bit nicer. However, not that. I think I got a DB belt though. Yes, I do. So, Gildernail. Okay, next quest, Danger at Dunwater. We'll see if a couple of the rares are up that are nearby. No, Crockeened up because the ooze is present there. Technically, the Whaler is not a rare because she's always present.
Hastily erected fortifications surround a low entrance into the hillside. This is the lizard folk's new lair.
Dun, 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 dun.
A lizard folk calls to you from up ahead.
Parley with me, stranger. Our queen will wish to meet you.
The lizard folk queen wishes to speak with you in her throne room. Yet to get there, you'll need to make your way past insurgent lizard folk that have turned against their queen.
Ooh, a jumping pot? Yes, please. Yoink. Always take jumping pots. Always take the jumping pots. My wisdom is too low. That's okay, we don't want to go there anyway. Rude. Okay, that's her throne room. We're gonna go to that last. So yes, we are going past it. Because again, we gotta flower sniff this stuff. Oh yeah, we're gonna... Yoink. Oh. There's multiple bosses there.
This lizard folk carries
Well, that's one way of doing it.
poison. You'd best deal with him before he turns his poisons against the people of Salt Marsh.
We took care of them. We took care of them real good. Alright, let's go talk to the queen. To the queen!
The lizard folk queen greets you.
I must speak with you.
Hello!
We both face a threat that could
Storm Lost, where'd you go?
destroy us all.
The lizard folk queen swears that she means no harm to the nearby village, but she faces a growing rebellion within her tribe. You've agreed to help her defeat High Shaman Kevin, the leader of the rebels.
It is only a short swim ahead.
Okay.
Shall
Hundreds.
be waiting for you to return successfully.
She does like to nag you if you don't actually hurry up and do the thing. Not to be confused with Lute. Wait, how many did I get on that? Okay. Got 5. So I got an XP booster going.
These officers must be fomenting rebellion. Defeating as many of them as you can. Please, the lizard folk queen. This is the queen's royal hatchery. Her eggs are safely locked away from the rebels.
Yeah, buddies.
A group of lizard folk warriors are practicing their combat skills against an extremely agitated owl bear.
I always feel bad for that poor owlbear. Trying to sneak up on us.
Tucked among several large rocks is a jewel-covered key. Fresh bones litter this large cavern. Without warning, oversized crayfish burst up from below. They look hungry.
remember what the jewel key is good for. I think it's a lock that I normally use Froggo to pick, so... Remember, we died in here. Okay, not in here, specifically. We died in the next room up. One would think you could break those, because they are breakables. Yep, you too got a close-up view of a satyr's butt. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about those two. Before we open that door... Actually, let's go open that door and then we'll deal with Bims. Yeah, I saw somebody die to that guy on hardcore yesterday, so they might have been running Reaper or something.
Dozens of lizardfolk eggs rest beyond this gate, safely locked away from harm.
There's somebody who's visiting the neighbor, or might be a vehicle owned by the neighbor next door behind me, that they really need to put a muffler on their vehicle, because I can hear it through my noise-canceling headphones. Amareth, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Bims! Hi, little Bims.
The pseudo-dragon tells you about a treasury behind the locked gate, which only the High Shaman has access to. Sounds ripe for a bit of adventuring. And the floor nearby collapses.
This is where having a an AoE would be super duper helpful. Yoink. We'll go there in a minute. Don't really need to bother with the shrine.
Hidden on the underside of this table is some sort of sticky goop. But stuck to the
Key
goop
goop.
is a golden key.
Dun, dun, dun. You can also pick the lock of this little thing. DB, belt of jump? Yes, please. Alright, risk time.
Buried deep in the bowl of fruit on the table is an iron key.
As before, you can't really get to the trap boxes. Wish me luck. So the key here opened that thing. Was there supposed to be a chest in here? Where I found the jeweled key? Okay, it opens the chest in the queen's bedroom and living chambers. Oh well, let's keep going. Still can't get in there yet. Take a look at these maps again. Some of these are better than the others. Not gonna worry about it.
High Shaman Kethan is beyond the gateway, chanting some sort of incantation. But the door into the temple is sealed with a pair of crests. High Shaman Kethan and the other rebel leaders have met their end. Now to tell the lizard folk queen.
Storm Lost, what are you doing? Storm Lost. What are you doing? Yeah, we kind of did the thing you told us about.
A grateful Queen Othokent says that the lizard folk are willing to ally with Saltmarsh. But first, she asks two favors of you. Speak with the 3 ambassadors from other tribes, and rescue the captured subchief, Irtos. You spot the spear crest on the table near a group of rebel officers, but the way is blocked by a magical barrier. The rebel officer laughs and casts a spell that creates barriers at the entrance. You'll need to fight to get the crest.
Typical dojo fight. Beat all my baddies. That's kind of weird. I'll take it though. Game was doing a wee bit of laggy there for a second. Another jumping pot? Don't mind if I do. Yoink. Do 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 do. He went down so fast, he thought somebody paid him a 20. Yeah, I said that.
The sub-chief tells you that one of the rebel officers has taken the crest needed to free him to a nearby barracks. Now that you've saved Sub-Chief Irtos, the Lizardfolk Rebellion has finally been put to rest. The Lizardfolk can focus on reclaiming their home from the Sahuagin.
Let's go do the jail this time. Because I recall there's actually somebody you can fight in there that'll get you a little bit more XP. And sometimes the prisoner, the thief we're looking for, is in jail. Yep, there he is.
The gateway opens. A furious Sahuagin springs out from the Wandering prison cell.
It's actually really cool that they can do that. Remember, the dude's in jail. What are you up to, chat? You're being very quiet. You're like a kitty cat who's goofing off and is planning shenanigans. It is so satisfying just breaking things like that. Do 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 do.
Ambassadors from 3 different tribes await within this cavern. The Bullywugs, the Troglodytes, and the Sea Elves.
Too easy. We'll see, listen, haggle. Listen might be my best one. Diplomacy. Listen, no, diplomacy's better. My haggle's probably garbage. It is. Diplomacy. Oh man. Let's try it again. Give me a better roll this time. Hey, yeah.
You've concluded negotiations with the Bullywug tribe.
They like us.
The ambassador of the Troglodyte tribe has asked you to find his stolen necklace and deal with the thief responsible.
We know who did it. And we're gonna kick his ass for ya. Do 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 do. Unless he left. Oh, he's still here. Hi.
The thief collapses, dropping a carved bone necklace.
Yeah.
Return this to the Troglodyte ambassador.
Fulfilling our word and have all 3 tribes with us for the big fight and finale. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 water? We got plenty. Let's make sure I have that locked. Oh, I still didn't actually do the second talk with the dude.
You've secured the Troglodytes' tribe support in the Alliance.
Thankfully, Titus is just over here chilling. Hey, at least he's not laughing. If you know, you know.
In the Alliance. Alarm bells ring out from the Central Ocean Grotto. For the Lizard Folk tribe weakened by the rebellion, they'll need your help to survive an attack.
Alright, let's go!
Just as you arrive in the Central Ocean Grotto, the gates protecting the underwater entrance slam open.
Stormblast, what are you doing?
and the sub-chief arrive, just as the last falls.
About time you got here.
Earned the gratitude of the lizard folk, outsider. Speak with me once more. There is a matter we must discuss. The lizard folk will stand together with your town. Together, we will send the Sahuagin invaders back into the sea.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's even better than the DB. Because underwater action. And insightful decks on this build? Hell yes. I will take that. So now I will want to probably give up my fort item to get DB somehow else. Hold on, what's that? Oh, dimensional anchor. Never did find out what the jewel key was supposed to open a chest somewhere. But according to the wiki, the jeweled key was supposed to opens the chest in the queen's bedroom and living chambers. I have an idea. We're actually going to go back to the queen's room. Because I still have the jeweled key and I haven't used it on anything. So there's got to be a reason for that. Now this is the central map. There's the throne room. There's the armory, dining hall, kitchen and storage. So it's got to be like in her main room. This is where the wiki kind of stanks, is that they mention something, but then they don't explain it. Let's go top back to where this takes us. Okay, it's in this area. And so this is the temple. Okay, so there's the chest in there. But I think we unlocked it a different way. I probably just tapped it open myself. Yeah. Okay. Now we know annoying is half the battle. G.I. Joe. So we still have 2 more quests to do, but I do need to clear my bags first. So we're gonna pop out and do that. But first, before we do that though, I'm gonna smack the whaler upside the head again.
Low entrance into the hillside. This is the Lizard Folk's new lair.
Alright, now let's recall. Just have the one major quest to do and then the one minor quest. I mean, I could conceivably skip the final quest in the chain and then just take the quest rewards. I am now noted. We'll talk to Zarnoth once we go where we need to go. And this is somebody whose account may be compromised. Or Discord account, that is. DB Belto Jump. Scroll of Doom! Yeah. Hey, it's Aberno. I know that person from the Discords. Okay. Let's go look at our action points real quick. We got 2 points we can spend. And we are working on this. So I need to spend 10 more points in the tree. And the thing they recommend you spend it on is this bad boy. If I recall correctly. Let me check the build. Yeah, Harper training. Then take the intelligence. And so my next 2 points are going to go to this, so I get intelligence to hit and damage. Let's reset it. Why not? And then after this, I will be ready to take 7 if I wanted to. And can start work on the Feywild questing. I did not want that. Go back there. Select that. Alright, we're gonna just follow the road. Follow the yellow brick road. Except it's not the straightest path, so we will take something closer to the straightest path. We'll cut a loop of the road on the way. So last we heard, we have not heard anything about a delay in the Lotro expansion coming out. So as far as we know, it's still coming out on Wednesday. There was dirt on my screen. So I imagine Cordo has been busy writing up the patch notes for it. Though today there was an issue in the store where people were not seeing the correct prices for various expansions. And some people actually hit the buy button anyway. And I'm like, why did you do that? I don't understand. Celstrata got involved and Celstrata got that shit fixed. Like, quickly. Once Celstrata gets in on something, some shit gets fixed. I love her. She's so cool. If you don't know who Celstrata is, you should learn who she is. She is good people TM. That crocodile's booking it. This is what it's gonna be looking like outside soon. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
A large hole leads down beneath the earth.
Going down, down, down in the fire. And we're doing hardcore. We're playing it easy here. Taking it easy, or relatively easy.
You find yourself falling into a large and deep
Trap!
cavern. It may be a challenge to find your way back to the surface.
That'll be fine. Now the question is, do I want to do the optional to get the ladder to bypass the jumping puzzle? That is a very good question.
The passageway splits here, with forks leading north and south.
Turn left at the fork in the road. Kermit! For those who remember the OG Muppet movie. There's something hidden here. Optionals. And I do want to do as many optionals as possible because, again, I am running on hard, so therefore I am taking an XP penalty versus running on Elite or Reaper. This character is not geared for running on either one, so hard will do, especially, you know, with the way this character plays. This character is a hardcore build from Strimtom. It's rated for hardcore, but it's not rated for Reaper, so... This is the Dark Hunter Inquisitive. So it's basically a mix of Dark Hunter, a few levels of Rogue, and a few levels of Favored Soul for the heals.
The rune flickers to life as you touch it.
I think my next level is probably level 7 is supposed to be Dark Hunter. Get some more of them trapping skills going. And then 8 and 9 will be Favorite Soul, 10 will be Rogue, 11 will be Favorite Soul, 12 will be Rogue, and then everything else 13 to 20 will be Dark Hunter. The strange thing is this build doesn't use one of the big things of Dark Hunter, which is like anything. There's nothing in this build that uses the Dark Hunter tree. It's Inquisitive, Beacon of Hope from Favorite Soul, Harper Agent, Assassin from Rogue, Deepwood Stalker from Ranger / Deep Hunter, but there's actually no Dark Hunter stuff. Like, you don't use the wolf pets, you don't use it to find traps for you. You just run and do your own shit. Okay, there's the moat. It's only a green moat, though. I need more blue moats, which we'll get as we level up. I do know that on this particular character, I do not intend to, I don't intend to do anything involving purple moats. I've already done the green moat. I'm sorry, the gold moat for one of the other loots. But I haven't done the gold moat for this loot because that's in Yesterhill. And I ain't getting to Yesterhill for a while. Not even paying attention to these colors because they don't matter. When you spin the wheels, they'll automatically find the right colors. So... got that. I'll make that page go away. So, need it no more. We're not doing that quest. My nose feels like it wants to stuff up, and I'm like, no. No congestion, no phlegm. Not allowed. Open sesame!
You see a doorway up on a ledge above. Perhaps it leads to the way out of the caves. Yet to get there, you'll need to make your way up and over this forest of towering columns. As the wheel aligns to the correct symbol, one of the geysers spouting from the pillar slows.
Wait, I've got underwater action. Heck yeah. So I don't even have to worry about. I like how, like, some of them don't even go into the ground. But there's a hole. Here we go. No, nope, not here, not here. Where is it? Where is it? There. It's no. Where'd it go? Let me out. Where is the deep hole? A question asked by many people in the past. They take it out. There used to be a canyon or a cavern below. Hi, fish. Did they seriously take it out? Oh, wait, here it is. I probably wouldn't have done this if I had just my usual. Oh my gosh. There's dirt on my screen. There. Get some proper Windex for computers on that soon. Okay, and I think there's a trap involved, so we want to be on our best trap behavior. I think it's in here. Yes. Bad guys are in here. Aha. Shouldn't there be a trap box for this? Fine, Froggo. You can handle this.
The flow of liquid to the waterfall slows and then stops, revealing a large ladder.
I thought there was a chest back here. Maybe the chest is actually further, yeah, further back here. It's like the mass patch. Then you have like this little thing back here that you can continue swimming if you wanted to. When there's actually nothing back here. I guess it was like they planned on doing something and they just didn't. Either way, thank you for the fortuitous dropping of an underwater action item. And now I don't have to do the entire jumping puzzle. All I have to do is get to this one right here. Let me through, let me through. Coming through. Though of course I probably could have just done the jumping puzzle in less time. But it's kind of fun to find your way around things like that. What's going on in Discord? That should be ransack. Yep.
The door opens to reveal a large bullywug camp, open to the sky. An impressively large bullywug commands his smaller kin to attack. Chieftain drops a carved runestone as he dies. A door opens up above, allowing access to the highest chamber. Perhaps now you can return to the surface.
Maybe. Maybe not.
A ladder leads up to the surface and out of the bullywug's lair. You've escaped at last.
Hello, silver pocket watch. Ooh. Man. I get a trinket. Hell yeah. That helps my stats even better. Good job, me. Let's grab that. Alright. One more quest. We have bag space for it.
A large hole leads down beneath the earth. Strange sounds and a stranger smell from the burrow.
It's very stanky. That might be a good one to choose instead of the fort. That'll get me my DB back. Though it's stinky, I'd have to give up guild renown. I got my DB back. We're gonna need our maps here in a minute. Hi, guys. Pew, 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 pew. Hi, you. I will take you, even though I am not going to be using a rune arm on this character, but I will take this bonus to my stats. Alright, let's go.
The Sahuagin have captured this seaside fortress from the Lizard Folk. They're using it as their base of operations for their invasion of the coast.
The fortress shakes down to its foundations. Was that an earthquake or some form of sorcery?
All right. I'll search for hidden areas on the lower level.
Though, to be fair, I could just do that one myself. Because, hey, I can search for things. Let's go cause some trouble.
Armed Sahuagin surround an alarm gong at the upper entrance to the fortress. Sahuagin sounds the alarm, alerting others nearby.
Ding dong, ding dong. For those who watched me do this quest last night on the official, we're gonna do it again. The entire damn quest. Every room, every nook, every cranny. We're gonna run out of crossbow bolts in this one, kids.
from the look of it, this room will become the quarters of an important Sahuagin once the renovations are complete.
I still do not understand. Are these the lizard folk decorations? The chairs and stuff? If so, they don't fit anything that I recognize as lizard folk. I don't understand. I mean, it looks amazing, but I would have expected this to be more of a Sahuagin. Not even Sahuagin, I'm sorry, in the latter, like an Elven, you know, a seaside Elven sort of dealio. You bastards. Or are these the Sahuagin beds simply before they put in all the other stuff? I do not know. Yep, we check all of the corners, every nook, every cranny.
Construction tools nearby and new tile on the walls show that the Sahuagin are converting this old lizard folk fortress into their own military base.
I need some better moats. I mean, these obviously, you know, these spears can be lizard folk, but like the actual architecture does not scream lizard folk to me at all. It's like somebody else built this and they took it. I don't know. Okay, this is the prison.
Chains on the wall indicate that this room is used to house slaves. At first you think there's no one here, but then you hear the wheeze of labored breathing. A lone figure lies curled up in the far corner. There's nothing you can do. Despite your best efforts, the exhausted slave dies. His last words asking about his comrades and the fate of his journal.
We're gonna have to be careful pretty soon. We're gonna come up to the spicy room. That's where I'm just gonna stand back and let the hires take it.
At first, you think you found a morgue. Then you realize you found something worse. The Sahuagin's larder.
Time for the
This looks and
OTUG.
smells like it's the place where the Sahuagin dispose of their garbage.
We call that a bilge.
You hear the clang of hammers and the scrape of shovels nearby. You search the area carefully and find a lever tucked away between some crates.
Yoink.
The lizard folk slaves seize their chance and turn on their Sahuagin masters. Captive lizard folk work on one side of this chamber, forced to renovate what was once their own fortress. Sahuagin soldiers guard the slaves.
Do 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 do. You're fine.
The fortress shakes, and the water covering the floor rises slightly.
These look like elevator doors, not gonna lie. This is where it can get spicy. Okay.
This must be a hatchery, where the Sahuagin carefully guard their eggs.
Isn't there a note in here somewhere? Okay, got it. Let's get everybody their spell points back.
The ground trembles, and the water rises once again.
No!
The Sahuagin must be using magic to sink the entire fortress.
How dare they?
The ominous sound of Sahuagin chanting comes from a nearby room.
I sense danger. Accept your defeat, never! Man, my boots are getting soggy in here. Alright, let's do the ones on the other side. He was in such a hurry to get out of his room, and then we knocked him down. Like a good adventurer should. You know me, I like to do the green sections first and save the blue ones for last, so that's what we're gonna do. Oops, I don't want to go into the red section. I'm gonna go down here. I'll just yoink this right off your table. Yoink. The splooshy area, which we're not going in yet, but we will. Die, spawn of a bottom feeder! We'll get there in a minute. Wakey, wakey! Do 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 do. Oops, wrong way. And there's our blue underwater passage. We'll go there eventually. First, we got to beat up the mini boss first. Now, I don't actually need to use the little thingy here. The underwater breathing thing. Because I got underwater action. But we'll take the thing anyhow.
The underwater breathing device pulses with magic power. You and your companions can now explore the deep water on the lower level of the Sahuagin fortress.
Our base here is almost complete.
You've slain the Baroness, one of your mission's primary targets. An imposing figure commands the throne room. This must be Baroness Seklas, the strategist behind the Sahuagin's invasion. Your next target is the High Priestess. She must be on the lower level.
I wonder about these risers, though. It's like, if you're, like, sitting over here, you can't see shit. Well, maybe, I guess. One of the good things about it being this way is, like, nobody's, like, sitting in front of you. Mr. Taupe, hello. Lizard. 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 How you doing? Same stuff, different day. Different stream. Only this one I can swear properly on if I really wanted to. Not that I really care. You know what?
The figure cowers in the corner of the room. It must be one of the servants.
I killed him. So I think if when this character does not reach for the sky, not blown deadline, the one Sharn quest. Where you have the choice of killing Victor Debonair or leaving him, you know, I think I'll let him die. You don't have enough guts to play the winter loot mode? Well, see, the thing about winter loot mode is don't play on Reaper. Don't even play on Elite if you're not comfortable playing it. I want there to be somebody to level 2 cap by running all the quests on normal. At 3 levels above, I mean, obviously it's going to take you way longer to level, but you'll be a lot safer, far fewer traps, no champions.
Baron Ketmok is shocked to find intruders in his private quarters.
I mean, I have expansion hires to help out. So I have an Illyri.
That's one less commanding officer in the Sahuagin army.
Yeah. So what I would do is grab one of Strimtom's hardcore builds from like Season 8 or Season 9. This is from his Season 9 list of builds. And just use that. That's what I'm doing. And just know where you're going, know what quest you want to do. One of the things about this versus a regular hardcore is that you can pick and choose what quest you do. You're not having to grind every single quest for favor, which gives you a ton of flexibility, especially based on whatever expansions you own. And also the winter loots, 3 of them can be done on normal or casual. Nobody cares. Hey, no, we gotta go back here first. But if you find that you're dying to traps all the time, bring it down to normal. That'll cut out most of, if not all of the traps, question mark. No champions, and the mobs will be on level for the quest itself. So running a level 4 quest, the mobs will be level 4.
Though muffled by the water, you can hear Sahuagin shouts and the clang of weapons nearby. You've stumbled into the Sahuagin's arena. Creatures stare at you for a moment, stunned by your intrusion. Then, they quickly decide to make you the next match on the schedule. Enraged by your impudence, Blade Master Maka springs from his box and attacks. The Blade Master crumbles beneath your onslaught. You've eliminated another key component of the Sahuagin military machine.
Go us! Ooh, ready to ding! Level 7. Hell yeah. Alright, we want to go up this way. How are we doing on our Vandal bonus only? Give a shout if you see the last journal page, because the last time I did this quest, I did not see it. May give it a try with one of those builds. I never played hardcore nor search for a guide. Yeah, I mean, the main thing about playing hardcore is knowing where the traps are. Playing a build you feel confident in. And basically learning how to play that build. Now, Shrimtop is generally pretty good. His builds are generally pretty good in that while they're built for hardcore, he also understands people have to level in hardcore, right?
It looks like this area is destined to become a cell block and torture chamber. For the moment, though, it looks like it's being used.
We got all the journal pages this time.
Judging by the cold current, this passage leads out of the fortress to the sea beyond. Yet the twisting, narrow cave is much too small for a clumsy swimmer such as yourself to navigate.
See, don't gaslight myself. Don't talk yourself down like that. One of these should have collectible in it. Or not. And generally, if you want, with hardcore, you generally want a build that's built more for survivability than necessarily massive amounts of damage. And you want to be very careful about how you play. If you're normally used to just running in and going YOLO, then you're gonna get your butt kicked. So things like the Dwarf Vanguard build might be a good one. It's a fighter build. It's a good one to try. Alright, let's find the pressure plates. Find even more pressure plates. When I did this on Reaper, there were like 6 or 7 of these. And I was on a character that did not have a trapper. Or was not a trapper herself. One of the things about playing this kind of hardcore is, and it's something we talked about in the official Discord earlier today, or it might have been somebody else's Discord. But how it's not, it was actually, I think it was actually Shrimtom's Discord, where it's not really hardcore because quite frankly, you can run with
Hear a low rumbling far off in the
other
distance.
people who are not running the loots, and they can just basically carry you through content if you had folks to run with. Alright, I think that actually opened this up. Either way, it's time to finish the quest. And I don't even think I'm gonna bother with letting the hires get their spell points back, because we're not gonna need them. I think these guys' pathing is messed up. I think we're still on Vandal bonus, though. No, we got Ransack and we got Ingenious Debilitation. So that's going to give us some sexy XP.
You and the air breathers cannot hope to stand against us. Why do you You've slain the High Priestess, crippling the Sahuagin's leadership. The High Priestess has just arrived at the fortress's main entrance. They found the primary target at last.
You can also play this particular build if you've got access to a few of the enhancement trees like Harper Agent.
This evil artifact will be safer in the gatekeeper's hands. Denied the power of the Codex page, the Sahuagin will be unable to invade Saltmarsh and the surrounding coastal areas.
The Sahuagin have captured this seaside fortress from the lizard folk. They're using it as their base of operations for their invasion of the coast.
Let's recall out and turn in our saga. Call it a saga for a quote in Cordovan. People like to tease him about how he says saga. It's like, dude, he's from Minnesota. They say saga up there. Amazon, stop sending me Black Friday, Cyber Monday freaking emails. All the repair amps. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to shoot you. Or maybe I did. Okay, let's go turn in our saga. Remember, we ran everything on hard to keep it reasonable for us to be running hardcore. And I'm not fussed about not getting the top tier reward. I'm getting enough to do what I want to do. Alright. Yep, we'll take the XP. Alrighty. So, let's sell things and then we'll take a look and see where we're gonna go next. Those aren't too different either way. That'll be good for an alt. I have to think of like what would be good for my druid and also what would be good for my vanguard fighter to keep them both alive. Alright. Let's drop that in. Drop that in. Drop that in. Okay, we're out of our hireling, which is good because we're about to take level 7 unless... Let's go see if there's any other 3s that I want to do for favor. Well, here's the thing is, if I want to do things for like Coin Lord's favor, then I don't have to stick within the 3 things. It's just I wouldn't be able to do any of these, like the Sunken Sewer. I wouldn't be able to do that and take advantage of a moat. I can do it now to get the favor, and I'd get it on hard. However, if I leave this for later, I can then just run it on elite. Same with the Sacred Helm. Those are long-ass quests to get to, long-ass quests to complete. The next coin lord's been missing in action, and the kobolds... Oh, man. Honestly, I don't even know if I want to bother with getting the extra stuff. Because those are so many quests. And there's so many long quests. Whereas I could take 7 and start going through Feywild. Because that's one thing that's going to be really cool is you can go from Saltmarsh, which is like your 3s, then you get to like level 6 by the time and heading towards 7. And then you're ready to go to Feywild, which is level 5s. 5s and then 1 to 6 in there. And then after Feywild, it's Isle of Dread at level 7. And then Lamortia at level 8, isn't it? So basically, you've got quests. Like, if you have all the expansions, all the recent expansions, like both Ravenlofts, Myth Draenor, and you can just run those quests for favor, or not even for favor, just run them and then grab the saga, and then just turn in the saga. And just be done with it. However, we only have 15 minutes left, so... Where am I with my Coin Lord's favor? Probably not very good. Actually, no! I am not far off from the Coin Lord's favor, so I should probably do... We can do Scragg's quest real quick. That'll get us a few points of favor. We're almost ready to do Irestone Inlet, too. We'll take that at level 7. And that's a Coin Lord's favor quest. Also written by our home slice Orion, who is now currently working on the other game, Lord of the Rings Online, and is in fact the producer of Lotro. Basically their equivalent of Tolero. Which is kind of cool. Alright, Scrag. We'll do the thing. We'll save you from the doggos. We'll save the doggos. And this is a solo quest, so you're not going to get much favor for it, but it won't take too long. Main thing is you got to make sure you don't accidentally shoot anybody. Come on, you.
Ribs show through its skin, the result of mistreatment by its masters.
It didn't follow me, rude. Come on. Imagine dying in Hardcore League in this particular quest. That would be embarrassing. Now, one thing you can do, I mean, if you're not farming the summer loots, one thing you can do if you feel comfortable and you can level pretty quickly is you can conceivably do like 2 characters at once. Do one that's doing the summer loots, so you practice a quest first on summer, and then you go in on your hardcore character. That's actually how a lot of people do it. Come on, Fido. Come with me. Ow. And I don't mind them letting them bite me once or twice, because it doesn't actually matter for this character. I'm so over level for this quest. Now, this quest will not get you a moat as part of the event, because you have to kill 10 enemies, and then a moat will appear after you wait a little bit. So I'm doing this one just for the favor. It's only like 2 favor, some insanely small number, but it's still favor. Especially when we're only 7 points away. One more. Now it is possible to get some XP just by breaking a lot of the barrels, but you don't want to accidentally, especially with this kind of character, where you aim is not necessarily where your bolts go. So you always want to be careful. Come on, you. Let's go. So it's not worth failing the quest just to get the extra XP. There we go. We're done. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Hi, Scrag. Somebody named their character Wee Wee. Wait, that wasn't their first name, was it? Where'd they go? Where'd they go? We're gonna ignore the instruction to befriend Baudry, because we don't need to talk to Baudry. Alright. What are we doing next? Did I do? And so now, wait, we didn't get any coin lords reps for that? Well, that bites. Thought that was a coin lord's quest. Did I do the waterworks? I haven't done it yet, no. I think that's what I'm going to have to do next is the waterworks, honestly. Before I take level 7. Because we're going to have to do all of these as well. And, of course, the Chanticleer quests. I'll be holding 8 by the time I get those quests done. However, here's the thing. Let me fix my camera first. And I'll show you what happened. This is what happened. She walked across the desk. Meow. Here's the thing. If you don't care about the moats, you can do the favor runs whenever the hell you want to. So I can wait to like level 10 and then go back and do it. Because the favor has nothing to do with the moats. And I'm not finding myself terribly pressed about the lack of inventory space just yet. What I will do, since we have a few minutes left, let's go to the Feywild. Should I go to the Feywild? Yeah. We can at least open the trade. We can also visit Hearsome. We can see the new blue Hearsome. At some point, at least as of yesterday, all 3 of the 4 servers have a blue Hearsome. And Cormier, unfortunately, has a pink one still. So what this means is, as the server has turned in enough loots to bring him a little bit out of danger. The pink means he's, being corrupted into Shadowfell. So the blue it's more of a purpley color. Means he's not in as much danger. But we don't know what the thresholds are for this. But once he's completely out of danger, then the entire server will get a buff of some kind. It'll be really cool. It's like, the server will get a buff that'll do something throughout the rest of the event, and we don't know what that buff is. Alright. Just to be on the safe side, we'll bring out our hires. Let them help us kill things on the way.
Off we go into Harrison's room. Harrison will want to meet you. A green worm for your lions.
You spot a bent figure in the distance. The hag gives a surprised laugh, then scuttles off.
But I could probably do, even just, the first quest or 2 of Waterworks to unlock that first tier. At least get the 4th tab in my thing. That might be fun.
You spot a pattern
A living chessboard formed from the greenery itself. This soaring structure is Winwood Hall, the home of Lord Arden and the local center of the summer court.
Alright, we're not gonna do this tonight. We're gonna go to the airship and call it a night. It's about that time of day. And renew my guild buff. Remember to renew my XP buff. And so I think I'll do like 1 or 2 waterworks quests to get that sorted out. And then get my thing from the coin lord dude. And go from there. Anyhow, it's time for me to go, however. Thank y'all for watching. I will be back on Thursday. I have class tomorrow night. I may have class Wednesday night. We'll see. And I'll be, of course, on Lute stream on Friday. I do remember Professor Corey will be traveling, so I will be on right after Court Open on Friday. Again. And so, yeah, we're going to have a bit of fun. And then, of course, Saturday I'll be here, and Sunday I'll be on DDO stream playing some more of this, but probably my Summer Lute / Reaper character. Yay. Playing Blightcaster on Reaper. It's a thing. I should have probably gone with a different character, but she's fun. Anyhow, you know the drill. Be good. If you can't be good, be good at it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.